Good afternoon, we're at Burnham Park in Bolton as football gives way this afternoon to Rugby League. The occasion, the John Player Special Trophy Final, the teams Warrington and Wigan. The teams are presented today's guests of honours. We'll run through today's teams. Warrington coached by Tony Barrow. At 1, Brian Johnson. 2, Kevin Meadows. At 3, Paul Cullen. 4, Joe Rapati. At 5, Mark Forster. At 6, Ken Kelly. 7, Steve Peters. At 8, Les Boyd. 9, Kevin Tamerton. At 10, Bob Jackson. 11, Gary Sanderson. 12, Mark Roberts. And 13, Mike Gregory. Substitutes for Warrington: 14, Ronnie Dwayne. And 15, Alan Rathbone. The Wigan side coached by Graham Lowe. At 1, Steve Hampson. 2, David Stevenson. At 3, Joe Lydon. 4, Dean Bell. At 5, Henderson Gill. 6 is Ellery Hanley. 7 is Sean Edwards. At 8, Graham West. 9, Martin Dermott. 10, Brian Case. 11, Ian Roberts. 12, Ian Potter. And 13, Andy Goodway. Substitutes for Wigan are at 14, Mike Ford. 15, Rob Lowe. Referee for today's game is Mr. John Holdsworth of Kipax, who such judges Mr. Brown and Mr. Eastop. So the Wigan team now meet today's guest of honour from John Player on the Rugby League. Crowd of over 20,000 at least, packed into Burnham Park. But at the moment it's the Warrington fans who are out singing the Wigan fans. Well, there's 80 minutes of Rugby League to be played. And the teams warm up. Warrington, of course, hit by a disciplinary committee as they banned Paul Bishop for 2 games. He made an appeal, but that was unsuccessful. So in comes Steve Peters. I'm sure he will not let the team down at all. Wigan are at full strength. Henderson Gill is back after missing the New Year's Day game. And also coming through late fitness tests, Ian Potter and Martin Dermott. Warrington then. No, they have beaten Wigan the last 4 occasions they've met. Not been beaten by Wigan for 5. But today, all starts at the beginning. All games count for nothing. Both teams are level. They'll start at 0-0. It's the team who has the most points at this end who will lift the John Player Special Trophy for the 1986-87 season. Referee then, Mr. Holdsworth, calls over the 2 captains, the 2 big prop forwards for Warrington and Les Boyd, for Wigan, Graham West. I'm sure they'll have a big tussle this afternoon. There's the backs and the forwards tussle for supremacy. There's been a lot of banter and chat from both camps in this week preceding this final, but now the players will have to do it on the field. So it'll be Warrington playing in the blue shirts with the white and yellow V, kicking from right to left as we look. Wigan in the cherry and white hoops with the white shorts. They're playing from left to right. It'll be Warrington who will get this game underway. Joe Rapati looks as if he's going to take over the kicking this afternoon in the absence of Paul Bishop. So here we go. A lot at stake in this match. I'm sure the nerves out there will be jangling just a little. So the referee checks with the 2 linesmen, and the 1987 John Player Special Final is underway. Hanley lets it go over his head, he picks it up, he moves forward. And he's caught by Mike Gregory and brought to the floor. Wigan then in possession. Midway's had their own 25. Martin Dermott is at acting halfback. First touch of the day for Brian Case. Case charging forward. There's 4 Warrington players in there to bring it down. He's pitched the ball. Mike Gregory. Oh, nice play there from Mike Gregory. holding minutes. Warrington on the attack. It's Taverty. He sends it right with Jackson. Jackson charging forward. He's racing in. Race that hit for Warrington. Kevin Taverty will wait for this one. He sends it on to Mike Gregory. Gregory just caught by the ankles as he's going through. What a start. It goes left with Peters. Peters to Kelly. Kelly. It's a good pass on to Johnson. Johnson to Cullen. To Foster. He's going for the corner. Just can't. What a start for Warrington. Opening attack. Foster is going for the corner. But it was just caught. We've got the first little skirmish of the afternoon. Good effort there for Warrington. Mark Foster just caught by his opposite wingman. Scrum down 5 yards from the Wigan line. Sean Edwards puts the ball in. Wigan in possession, but Edwards is well caught. And the linesman's on. As Goodway comes away with it, but the linesman's already on. It looks like Wigan will have the penalty. Well, what a start. Referee listening to his such judge, Mr. Easter. Penalty to Warrington. Well, no penalty to Wigan, I should say. An elbow from a player in the Warrington side. That gives Wigan the penalty. It's put into touch by Joe Lydon. Wigan then take the tap and kick it straight away. And they move up on Brian Johnson. Johnson under pressure but takes it safely, moves forward. And he's caught over on that far side. Kevin Meadows goes himself on to play the ball. The ball goes behind him. Warrington pick it up once more. Cullen. A fist went in the tackle. Referee didn't see it, did he? Yes, he did. Well, this crowd's really making this final something to be remembered as Warrington getting a penalty for the fist thrown in the tackle. And Bob Jackson will take this kick for touch. Over on that far side, right footed, he goes safely into touch. Good kick from Bob Jackson. Takes place at just short of the Wigan 25. Kane Kelly will take it. Hands it on to Tamerton. Sends it on to Peters. Charging is Mike Gregory, beats one man, but he's just caught. Kevin Tamerty once more. He goes himself, moves forward, but the ball goes loose, and that will be the first scrum of the game. Penalty given to Wigan. Talking. So Wigan can relieve the pressure. And the kick for touch goes safely in. It's Wigan's turn to launch an attack. Once again, it looks like they're going for the kick. But Martin Dermott decides to tap. West. Wigan move into the Warrington half for the first time in the game. Martin Dermott. It goes on to Roberts. Good tackle there. Warrington quickly up, offside though. Wigan held the penalty. And the ball is given to Joe Lydon. He goes to touch over on that far side, right footed. It's a good kick, and Wigan now to launch their first serious attack inside the Warrington 25. Looks like a set moves. It's switched back, charging forward Goodway. He stopped over on that far side. Martin Dermott goes to acting halfback. It's a short one, charging forward. Boyd runs straight into Boyd there, does Roberts. Crunching tackle, and he's pushed back. They're the sort of tackles we're putting in the opening stages of the cup final. Ball is played to Dermott. He sends it on to Edwards. Edwards out to Hanley. Hanley now, going across field. He's still going, he's moving forward. Good tackling though from Rapati. David Stevenson, little kick for touch, it's a good one. Good kick there for Stevenson. Save place just short of the Warrington line for a scrum down. So an important scrum then for both sides. Steve Peters has put the ball in and comes out to Wigan, but the ball comes straight out, so the scrum will reform. Peters prepared to put the ball, what's been the referee's whistle goes. Scrums at the moment trying to battle each other, trying to gain for supremacy. And the referee sends them back to where the scrum should be formed in the first place. The ball goes in for Peters, Warrington in possession with Peters, but the ball's pinched by Edwards. And Wigan in possession. Roberts goes along the line, good way, on to Hanley, short pass to Lydon, on to Bell, Bell storming forward, he's going for the line, gets away to Gill, Gill's in. Edison Gill scores in the corner for Wigan. First points on the board to Wigan. Edison Gill has scored up. Might have looked a suspicion of a forward pass on that far side from Bell to Gill. The referee said it was okay, and Wigan are on the board first with a try from Gill. 4-0 to Wigan. So Henderson Gill to try and convert his own try over on that far side. Looked a suspicion of a forward pass from where I'm stood, but the referee let it go. Wigan are in the lead. Gill then, he comes up and falls short. Wigan 4, Warrington 0. Warrington to restart with Joe Reparty. Reparty restarts, high lofted kick. Once again, Joe Lydon will kick downfield. Brian Johnson takes it, gives it to Foster. Foster moves forward. Good run for Mark Foster. Brian Johnson acting halfback, onto Kelly. Kelly gives it to Peters. Peters straightens up, head down the middle. Takes 3 Wigan players to stop him. Kevin Tamity goes himself, moves forward, turns in the tackle, and still going. Finally brought down on the halfway line. Steve Peters acting halfback, gives it on to Jackson. Jackson's charges forward, head down. Once again, there's 3 Wigan players there to stop him. Tamity onto Boyd. Boyd charging forward, knocks off one man. Great play, still going. Gets the ball into Sanderson. Sanderson still going. Great move there for Warrington. Great play for Les Bud, who was looked to be hit there as he got that ball away. He goes on to Kelly. Kelly, a kick, high lofted kick. Hampson goes for it, takes it safely. Hampson, but he's well caught in it. No, knocks the man off. Still going. Finally stopped by Paul Cullen. Henderson Gill goes himself, but he's stopped by Boyd and finally hit to the floor. Short on to West. West moves forward, stops about 5 yards short of the 25. He plays it quickly to Dermot, who gives it to Edwards, to Hanley. Hanley short one now. Wing looks a mile forward. Stevenson. Stevenson still going. Finally brought down. Looks another suspicion of a forward pass. Joe Lydon. Stephen, a good way it was. 6 tackle then for Wigan, about 5 yards outside their own 25. Goes back to Joe Lydon. Lydon kicks downfield, a high lofted one. Johnson comes for it, takes it safely, moves forward, beats one man, beats another. He moving forward again. Johnson, good run from Brian Johnson. Mike Gregory, penalty to Warrington, yes. Number 3, Joe Lydon. Holding it on to Brian Johnson, and Bob Jackson with the kick for touch. Right footed, it goes safely in from Bob Jackson. Warrington then, their chance to launch an attack. Kevin Townsend will take it. It's on to Jackson. Jackson storming forward. He's stopped by West and brought down. Steve Peters sends it on to Boyd. Boyd back to Peters, brings in Roberts. Roberts charging through. Nice little move there from Warrington. Peters once more onto Tamati. Tamati gives a dummy, straightens up, looking for support from Mike Gregory, who was there, but the pass didn't come through to him. Peters out to Kelly. Kelly jinks inside. Kelly gets out to Peters. Peters moves forward, just couldn't get the ball away. Lined on the tackle, Wigan, as Peters gets up to plays it to Tamati. Tamati gives it to Kelly. A long pass on to Sanderson. Sanderson looking for the gap himself, just caught. 6th tackle then for Warrington. Brian Johnson gives it to Kelly. Kelly, another kick for the corner. Hampton's there, takes it safely. Tap from the 25 for Wigan. They want to take it quickly as Warrington regroup. Sean Edwards takes it. Gives it to Goodway. Goodway charges forward. Good tackle there, Bob Jackson. Sean on to Case. Case back to West. West is stopped by Tamati and Jackson once more. Goes left with Sean Edwards. Edwards, a little kick through. It's a nice one, it's a race for the ball. Johnson comes down bravely. Brave play from Brian Johnson. Tamati onto Kelly. Kelly brings in Mike Gregory. Gregory, he's brought down by Hanley. Jackson charging forward over on that far side, but there's 3 Wigan players there to meet him. Kevin Tamati on to Peters. Peters looking for a gap himself. He's stopped on the halfway line. Tamati to Kelly. Kelly to Sanderson. Sanderson brings in Mark Roberts. The ball goes loose. Wigan in possession. Mark Foster's quickly up on David Stevenson. Stevenson gets the ball into Roberts. Roberts onto Bell. Bell. The ball goes loose. Wigan back in possession with Bell, but a knock on. It was Hampson who got that ball, but it was a knock on by Wigan. Scrum down. Midway inside the Warrington half then. It's Wigan 4, Warrington 0. Henderson Gill the try scorer. Ball goes in for Peters. Wigan in possession. Edwards looking to go himself. Stopped by Kelly and Peters. Andy Goodway is acting half back for Wigan. Sends it left. Hampson looking for a gap himself. Dermott onto Brian Case. Case charges forward. Goes left with Edwards. Edwards switches it onto West. West charging through. He's got through Edwards. He drops it. And Warrington are in possession, are they? No, Wigan dive back on it, but a knock on. Scrum down just outside the Warrington 25. Steve Peters will once again put the ball in. Ball goes in from Peters. Offside against Wigan. It's Warrington a penalty. Referee having a little word, and Warrington have a penalty. Bob Jackson with the kick for touch. Puts it safely in over on that far side. Kevin Tamati will take the second part of the penalty. Hands it on to Boyd. Boyd charges forward. Kevin Tamati shorting on to Jackson. Jackson charges in. Tamati sends it right. Peters brings in Roberts. Roberts gets the ball back. Taken by Mike Gregory. 6 more tackles for Warrington. Ball hit in the hand of a Wigan player. Peters onto Kelly. Kelly looking for a gap himself. He's still going. Lovely break from Ken Kelly. Throws the ball back to Tamati. Tamati still going. Good run from Tamati. Still going. Finally caught. just outside the Wigan 25. Steve Peters acting halfback, sends it outright with Les Boyd. Boyd charging forward. Decides to hang on, the ball's loose, but it's managed to be taken out to Bob Jackson. Johnson onto Peters, Peters to Kelly. Kelly looking for a gap himself, and he's caught in midfield and wanting to lose ground. Peters once more onto Tamati. Tamati switches it back to Gregory. He's streaking through. He's still going. Switches it back to Peters. Peters on to Foster. He's going for the corner. He's there. Oh, Foster scores in the corner. Great move there from Warrington. And Foster scores in the corner. Lovely break from Mike Gregory. Brilliant backing up from Steve Peters. Brilliant pick up by Mark Foster. Brilliant try from Mark Foster. It's 4-all. Great try there for Foster. Brilliant pick up. And Warrington Tyler scores at 4-all. Warrington come back into the game. A great try from Matt Foster. Brilliant pick up. He was under pressure. Great break from Mike Gregory. Great backing up from Peters. A long floated pass. And Foster picks it up nicely. Joe Rapati then taking the goal kicks. Starts it the Australian style, but goes across the face of the goal. It's Warrington 4, Wigan 4. Good try for Warrington there, Mark Foster. Halfway through the first half, 4-all. There's still everything to play for. It was Wigan. We've got the better of the opening exchanges, but Warrington come back into it as Wigan restarts. It's a deep kick. Kevin Meadows traps it with his foot, picks it up safely, and Meadows moves forward. Just caught by the toe by Ellery Hanley. Peters goes himself, moves forward. Good clear of the lines there from Steve Peters. Tamati charging forward on the pass line. Good strong run from Tamati. Great run there from Tamati. Gets up while the wing players are still on the floor. Peters onto Kelly. Kelly onto Roberts. Roberts. He's caught by Case and pushed back. Ken Kelly onto Mike Gregory. Gregory looking at a gap himself. He stopped. Wants to have his head pulled off. Referee wasn't looking. Kevin Tamati sends it back to Brian Johnson, and Johnson kicks across field. Safely taken by Stevenson. He goes across field, finally straightens up, and he's hammered to the floor. Ian Potter, not seen much of it so far this first half. Getting through a late fitness test to take part in this game. Goes on to Graham West. West charges forward. He stopped just short of the halfway line. Held up in the tackle. Martin Dermott onto Edwards to Hanley. Hanley, it's a long pass onto Bell. Bell straightens up and he's brought down over on that far side. Gets up once more. Henderson Gill waits for this one. Goes himself. Good tackle from Gary Sanderson. And Warrington quickly up to push him down. Good tackle that from Gary Sanderson. Very hard man to tackle Henderson Gill, but he coped with the problem very well. Sixth tackle then for Wigan, about 10 yards. He's at their own half. The kick will come in from Joe Lydon. It's a good one. Meadows is under pressure, takes it well. And Meadows moves forward, moves in field, goes straightens up. Good run from Kevin Meadows. Steve Peters, Meadows loses the ball. Very well, Wigan are in possession. Brian Case. Warrington has to defend once more. Martin Dermott gives it on to Sean Edwards. Edwards, long pass brings in Hanley. Hanley looks for a gap. Well spotted by Mike Gregory and Mark Roberts. Hanley finally gets to his feet. He'll play it to Potter. Potter brings in West. West charges in. Through. Warrington plays there to bring him down. Goes on to Edwards. Edwards, a little kick for the corner, it's a good one. That's a little kick for Sean Edwards. So a scrum down, about 5 yards inside the Warrington 25. Warrington have yet to win a clean scrum. But they've won one now. Steve Peters has it. Sean Edwards must have been a mile offside, but then it's Warrington in possession. Mark Foster charging forward. Peters goes himself, clears his own 25 before he stops. Goes on to Boyd. Boyd charges forward. Still going, finally stopped by 3 Wigan players. Kevin Tamati to Peters. Peters switches it back to Sanderson. Sanderson straightens up. He stopped though. 6 tackle then for Warrington. Just outside the 25. It goes back to Brian Johnson. And Johnson kicks downfield. It's a good one. Henderson Gill waits for it with Hampson, and Hampson takes it. Hampson gives the dummy. Spies straightens up and he's caught. Wigan back in possession, midway side their own half. Henderson Gill. Gill goes across field. He's finally stopped. And the penalty to Warrington. To Wigan, I should say, against Warrington. Kevin Tamati aiming a punch in the tackle at Henderson Gill. So Joe Lydon with the kick for touch. And slices it, it goes backwards. And only a couple of yards are made. Good tackle there from Boyd on Roberts. Martin Dermott to Edwards. Edwards brings in West. West charging forward. Good tackle there from Steve Peters. And Gary Sanderson goes left with Edwards once more. Gives it on to Hanley. Hanley looking for a gap himself. And he's caught. Bob Jackson and Mike Gregory. Martin Dermott goes to acting half back once more. Gives it to Sean Edwards. Edwards gives a dummy looking for a gap himself. Gets away from one tackle. Gets the ball to West. West straightens up. Good tackle from Bob Jackson. West, look, oh, a fault right in the face of Bob Jackson there. The referee didn't see it. This could see a Wigan try, but Gill can't take it. Diabolical decision for the referee, and the linesman did nothing. And the referee, but the touch is on from the other side. Gray West aimed a foot at Bob Jackson. Send him off, the crowd shouting, I agree, should be a sin bin. Foot straight into the midriff of Bob Jackson. And Warrington have a penalty. Bob Jackson then just received treatment to kick for touch. And it doesn't make it. Wigan in possession, Stevenson. Jackson recovers to bring him down along with Rapati. Martin Dermott shorting onto Case. Jackson's in there once more. Moves to the last 10 minutes of the first half. Warrington 4, Wigan 4. Try to each side. Boyd quickly and down. Roberts with Tamati to push him back with Mike Gregory. Good strong tackling there from Warrington. Martin Dermott gives it to Edwards. Edwards swings it back to Goodway. Goodway. Good tackle from Gary Sanderson. Good tackle there from Sanderson. This time it's Case. Case moves forward. Turns in the tackle, but Warrington bring him down. Goes back this time to Lydon. Lydon kicks downfield. Meadows is there. Hits his feet. Has to dive on it bravely. And a knock on from Meadows. Scrum down. So scrum down, just a couple of yards inside the Warrington half. Referee talks to both front rows. An injury to a Wigan player who sees treatment in the scrum forms. Edwards puts the ball in, comes straight out, penalty to Warrington. Sean Edwards not retired in at the scrum. Bob Jackson then to put the ball into touch. And he makes no mistake. Ken Kelly takes the second pass of the penalty, gives it to Tamati. Peters run around with Kelly, brings in Boyd. Boyd charging forward, he's stopped about 5 yards inside of the Wigan half. Ken Kelly, he's acting half-back, sends it right with Mike Gregory. Gregory sends it on to Peters. Peters stopped on that far side though. Mike Gregory onto Tamati. Tamati charging forward, being pushed back, finally stopped and brought down. Bob Jackson gives it to Kelly. Peters run around with Kelly, brings in Roberts. Roberts still going, makes it to the halfway line before he's stopped. Kelly onto Sanderson. Sanderson moves forward, makes a couple of yards before he's stopped. 6th tackle for Warrington. Jackson gives it to Kelly. Kelly, a little kick through. He follows it himself, he's got space. Who's obstructed, was it? Referee says play on. And Wigan back in possession. Steve Hampson goes himself on the play of the ball, moves forward. Stopped by Mike Gregory, Ken Kelly and Steve Peters. Goes on to Case. Case moves forward. It's about 10 yards before he stopped. Edwards back to Hanley. Hanley throws the ball away to Bell. Bell, he's well tackled over on that far side by Joe Rapati. Henderson Gill goes himself on the play of the ball, moves forward and finds a gap. Les Boyd was there with Tarrant to stop him and bring him down. 6th tackle then for Wigan, a couple of yards inside their own half. Kick comes in. It's a good long one, but Warrington leave it and the ball goes dead, and Warrington have a tap from their own 25. Kevin Tamati takes it, goes himself, moves forward. Makes about 10 yards before he's stopped by Case. Bob Jackson goes himself, moves forward, head down. Good run from Bob Jackson. Tamati, Mike Gregory. Gregory knocks off one man, then he was pounced upon. Tamati's acting half-back, sends it on to Ken Kelly. Peters run around, brings in Boyd. Boyd charging forward. Good little move there from Warrington. Ken Kelly waits for this one. Sends it right. Tamati charges forward. He stops short of the halfway line. 6th tackle for Warrington. Kelly. Long kick downfield. He's hit off the ball. Referee didn't see it as Hampson moves forward and slips. Is that pounced upon? Sean Edwards brings in Goodway. Goodway charges forward. He's well tackled though. Gary Sanderson. Martin Dermott's acting half-back for Wigan. Sends it on to Graham West. West charges in. 3 Warrington players there to stop him. Dermott on to Edwards. Edwards, a little kick through. It's a good one. Play out, says the referee. Kelly bravely down, and Kelly gets up. Good play there from Ken Kelly. Wigan fans appeal that Edwards was hit off the ball. Peters moves forward. Good run for Steve Peters. And that has incited the crowd. As Warrington are in possession, 5 yards inside their own half. Les Boy, Tamati onto Roberts. Roberts gets the ball away, dangerous, and Rapati is pounced upon as he got it. Cullen, I should say. Tamati. Charging forwards, Mike Gregory. Tamati goes to acting half-back once more. Sends it on to Kelly. Kelly. Johnson. Johnson. A long pass taken by Foster. Foster moves down this wing. He stops but keeps in play. 6th tackle then for Warrington. Johnson onto Kelly. Kelly, a little kick through. This space there to run. Hampson comes for it. Knock on, was it? No, referee says play on, and Wigan back in possession. Midway inside their own half. Brian Case takes it from the play of the ball. He's stopped by Gary Sanderson. Martin Dermott on to Sean Edwards. Edwards to Hanley. Hanley moves forward, switches it back to Bell. Bell looking for a gap himself, moves forward. Good tackle from Gary Sanderson. Assisted by Kevin Tamati. Goes on to Edwards. Edwards brings in Goodway. Goodway charges forward. Good tackle from Kelly. Gets it back to Edwards. Edwards is moving forward. He's still going now. Gets the ball away. Lydon's still going. That's one off. Brings in West. West on to Gill. Gill's now powering forward. He's still going. Good tackle from Paul Cullen. Nice move though from Wigan. Good tackle from Cullen. And there's fighting over on that far side, but Wigan are in possession. Goes right. It's a loose pass picked up by West. West charges back forward. He's still going. Makes it into the Warrington 25 before he stops. Sixth tackle for Wigan. Goes on to Edwards. Edwards, a little kick for the corner. Safely taken by Meadows, and the referee thought he was offside. And Warrington have a penalty and can relieve the pressure. This cup's at the moment living up to all expectations. It's Wigan 4, Warrington 4. Try from each side. Warrington's try, Mark Foster. Wigan's tries, Henderson Gill. Jackson puts the ball safely into touch over on that far side. Kevin Tamati goes to take the tap. Hands it on to Boyd. Boyd charges in. Makes good ground before he stopped. Referee not saying anything as Wigan line at the tackle. He plays it. Sanderson makes a couple of yards before he's still going. Good little run from Gary Sanderson. Tamati to Kelly. Kelly looking for a gap himself. Off he goes. Gets the ball away to Mike Gregory. Gregory's away. Great break here for Gregory. He's just caught. Great break for Gregory. Lovely break there. Lovely pass from Ken Kelly. He goes on to Kelly once more. Once again he looks for a gap himself. Once again he gets the ball away to Johnson. And Johnson moves forward. Knocks off one man back to Kelly. And Kelly was caught. Kevin Tamati. Jackson goes across the line. Peters misses one man out. Brings in Sanderson. Sanderson. A wide pass to Rapazzi. Rapazzi goes back inside. He's still going. Great run for Rapazzi. Lovely break there. Sixth tackle there for Warrington. 5 yards inside the 25. He goes to Cullen. Cullen. Peters. Peters. Long pass out to Jackson. He bumbles it. Kicks it across field. It's a chase for it. Well taken by Meadows. And just caught. Lovely save for Meadows there. And at the end of that, we've got scrum down midway side the Wigan 25. As Warrington player receives treatment on that far side. Well, difficult to see who it is. Looks like Kevin Tamati. The scrum will reform. Wigan in possession. Gill. Dummy. Offside against Warrington. Gives Wigan a penalty. Another 10 yards for talking. And the kick for touch. Goes safely in. Over on that far side. Hits the top of the roof. And Wigan have the tap. 5 yards inside their own half. Goes on to West. West charges in. Good run from West. He's still going. Good run there from Graham West, the Wigan captain. Ball goes on to Roberts. Roberts, he stops. Gets the ball away though. Well taken. Martin Dermott. Dermott gets the ball away to Edwards to Hanley. Hanley now moves forward. He's still going. Gets the ball away. Goes loose. Foster's after it and good way. The ball's loose. And Warrington in possession. Well play there from Mark Foster. Mike Gregory onto Jackson. Wigan about 10 yards offside as Jackson charges in. He stopped a couple of inches short of the halfway line. Mike Gregory should be 6 more tackles. Kelly looking for a gap himself. He's about to Boyd. Boyd on to Peters. Peters straightens up. Gets the ball away to Mike Gregory. 6 more tackles, says the referee. And he's right. Kevin Tamati sends it on to Kelly. Kelly a long pass to Roberts. Roberts straightens up himself. He stopped in midfield. Kevin Tamati goes back to half-back, leaves it for Boyd, gives it to Kelly. Kelly moves forward, goes for the gap and finds it. He's stopped on the halfway line. Paul Cullen is acting half-back for Warrington. He sends it out left with Tamati. Tamati brings in Peters. Peters, nice pass, brings in Sanderson. Sanderson challenges forward, makes good ground before he stops. Goes on to Peters. Peters stops. Swings it back to Johnson. Johnson onto Boyd. Boyd charging forward. He moves back inside. Gives it to Johnson. Johnson's away. Great break. Just caught by the fingertips. Lovely break there from Johnson. 6 tackle for Warrington. Goes down to Kelly. Kelly, a kick for the corner. It's a good one. Hampson takes it safely. Hampson moves forward, but there's Warrington players there to stop him. Edwards gives that short one to Bell. Bell's well tackled. Dermott goes himself, looks for a gap, he stops, a couple of yards short of the Wigan 25-yard line. Goodway goes himself, he's charging forward, good run, looking to take the ball away to Gill, but went to smother the ball at the last moment. Sean Edwards on to Hanley. Hanley moves forward, a little kick through, it's a good one. Boyd chases it, it's bounced awkwardly for him and Hanley picks it up. Hanley still going, bounced awkwardly for Les Boyd and Wigan have the ball. 6 tackle, says the referee. Goes across the line, floated pass, a high lofted kick. Brian Johnson waits for it, he's got time and takes it safely. And Johnson moves forward, looks to beat his man but can't. And Johnson is injured after that tackle. Looking to get up to play the ball. Plays it onto Mike Gregory. Gregory charges in. Kevin Tamati onto Sanderson. Wigan look to be out 5 yards offside. Referee's not looking. Goes on to Peters. Peters. He's stopped on this near side. Kevin Tamati sends it back to Johnson. Johnson kicks downfield. Hampson comes for it, takes it safely. And he's moved forward. Hampson's away here now. He's still going. This could be a good try from Hampson. Good play there from Steve Hampson. Wigan 5 yards from the Warrington line. Edwards onto Hanley. Hanley switches it back to West. West is charging forward. Gets the ball away. Potter. Potter now. He's stopped. But Wigan now turn to attack in the closing 5 minutes of the first half. Martin Dermott gives it to Case. Case charges in. He stops. Anxious moments here for Warrington. Martin Dermott gives it to Edwards. Edwards misses out Hanley, brings in Goodway. Goodway, nice pass on to Bell. He's still going. Just caught by the fingertips by Mark Roberts, it looked like. Lydon switches it back to Hanley. Hanley on to Edwards. Edwards brings in Goodway. Kick for the corner. And that will go dead. Will it? No, bounces awkwardly. It must have been offside anyway. Well, surely must have been offside, Ellery Hanley. Warrington have a tap for their own 25. Closing minute then in this first half. Warrington 4 points, Wigan 4 points. A lot of talking points in this first half. Jackson charges in. Pushed back. Kevin Tamati onto Ken Kelly. Kelly looking to gap himself. Gets away from one man, then was caught. Wigan line on the tackle. Referee just locks Graham West standing back where the referee is mile offside. Onto Boyd. Boyd charges forward. Makes it to his own 25 before he's stopped. Bob Jackson. Jackson charges down the field. Good break from Jackson. Just couldn't get the ball away to Roberts. Tamati sends it back to Johnson. And Johnson kicks across field. A high lofted one. Hampson leaves it for Stevenson. And Stevenson takes it and charges forward. Wigan then in possession. Midway side their own half of the field. Steve Hampson waits for this one. Gives it on to Goodway. Goodway charges in. Martin Dermott onto Sean Edwards. Edwards brings in Hanley. Hanley looking for a gap. He's well brought down over on that far side. Good tackle from Paul Cullen. And Mark Roberts. Edwards running around with Gill. Gill now charges forward. Good tackle from Les Boyd. On. And there goes the half-time hoot-up. A tough first half, which brings a try apiece. Wigan took the lead in the opening minutes with a try from Henderson Gill in the corner. Warrington replied with a try from Mark Forster in the corner. Makes the half-time score here at Burnham Park in the John Play Special Trophy final. Warrington 4, Wigan 4. So the teams return for this, the John Play Special Trophy final, second half. The scores are level, 4 points each, a try to each side. Henderson Gill and Mark Forster, the try scorers. Look at the Warrington side. Alan Rathbone is on. It looks like Kevin Tamati has gone off. Rathbone is definitely on the field. And that Warrington may be without a hooker in the second half. Looking at the Wigan side, it's the same 13 that finished the first half. So a blow to Warrington. Alan Rathbone on, and a blow, Kevin Tamati. Looking to be substituted at half-time. Wigan will restart the final. It's 4-0, 40 minutes to decide the John Play Special Trophy final winners. It's a deep kick. Mark Forster takes it safely, and Mark Forster moves out to his own 25. He's stopped midway inside his own 25. Goes on to Rathbone, first touch of the ball. Makes a couple of yards before he's stopped. Peters sends it on to Jackson. Jackson makes a couple of yards before he's stopped. Steve Peters sends it on to Mike Gregory. Gregory charging hard. Good strong run from Mike Gregory. Peters once more sends it back to Johnson. Johnson's got time and kicks downfield. Hampson comes for it, takes it safely, and Hampson now moves forward. Gives a dummy and straightens up, and he's stopped over on that far side. Wigan there in possession. The first touch of the ball for them this second half on the halfway line. Goes left onto Brian Case, and Case charges in. Doesn't make much ground as he's stopped by Jackson and Sanderson. Edwards charging forwards, Bell. Good strong run from Dean Bell. Makes play to just inside the Warrington half of the field. Dermott brings in Edwards. Edwards switches it onto Goodway. Goodway charges forward. He's stopped on that far side by 3 Warrington players. And he's held up in the tackle. Edwards on to West. West charging forward. And finally being held up in the tackle. 6th tackle then for Wigan. Goes right, a kick comes in from Lydon, it's a good one. Safely taken by Johnson, and Johnson thinks about a pass, goes himself, straightens up. Good little run from Brian Johnson to clear out of his own 25. Straight from the ball goes Mark Foster. The first offside decision of the afternoon, and that goes in favour of Warrington, and they have a penalty midway inside their own half. And Jackson puts the ball safely into touch over on that far side. And the announcer just tells us that it is Tamati that has gone off as Les Boyd charges in, head down. This game still anybody's. One mistake could turn it. Rathbone charging forward. Steve Peters acting half-back, sends it on to Kelly. Kelly brings in Roberts. Roberts charging forward. Good tackle though. Penalty to Warrington. Good decision by the referee. Mark Roberts trying to get on with things quickly. And Warrington have got a chance at the start of the second half. Bob Jackson then with the kick for touch. And he makes no mistake. Good kick from Jackson. Warrington then on the attack on the Wigan 25. Wiggins look to be offside. It goes on to Foster, and Foster drives in, makes good ground inside the Wigan 25 before he stops. Steve Peters onto Rathbone. Rathbone charges in. He's still going. Good little run from Rathbone. Finally pushed back at the end of the tackle. Once again, Steve Peters goes to the acting half-back position. Brings in Jackson. Jackson charges in. He's still going. He's still going. Good little run from Jackson. Warrington then on the attack. The ball was pushed from the hands of Jackson. And the result, a scrum down, midway inside the Wigan 25. Sean Edwards comes round, and a penalty to Wigan for a loose arm. Well, Wigan can relieve the pressure. And they decide to tap it. Edwards quickly onto Case, but Warrington were ready, and Gary Sanderson was there along with Alan Rathbone. Martin Dermott gives it on to Roberts. Roberts charges in head down, makes a couple of yards before he stopped, just short of his own 25. Goes on to Edwards. Edwards swings it out to Hanley. Hanley onto West. West charges in. Good tackle there from Steve Peters and Les Boyd. Quickly played. Dean Bell sends it out to Edwards. He took it well, gives a dummy. Finally straightens up. Good tackle though from Steve Peters. On his opposite number, Sean Edwards. Martin Dermott, short one. Dean Bell goes across field, looking for a gap. Has he found it? No. Good tackle. Alan Rathbone. Mark Roberts, should say. Good tackle there from Mark Roberts. Warrington quickly to go. He thinks they're in possession. Bob Jackson in possession. Great play. Mike Gregory onto Boyd. Boyd charging forward. High tackle, was it? Referee says it wasn't. He says it was round the shirt. Peters sends it left with Kelly. Kelly onto Rathbone. Rathbone charges in, turns in the tackle but can't get the ball away. Peters onto Kelly. Kelly juggles with it, brings in Roberts. Roberts is held in the tackle. Ken Kelly's acting half-back for Warrington. He sends it on to Mike Gregory. Gregory drives in, little kick through. It was kicked on, the referee waves play on, and Hanley has possession. Hanley now looking for a gap himself, he's moving forward. And he's finally stopped on that far side. Goes left with Edwards. Edwards brings in Case. Case drives in. Ken Kelly and Mark Roberts are there. Goes on to Edwards. Edwards brings in Goodway. Goodway stops, brings in Bell, and Bell's well tackled. Quickly plays it to Goodway. Goodway swings it out to Edwards. A little kick through. Chase for the ball, and Edwards knocks it on. Referee saw it quite plainly as Sean Edwards there went for it, collected it, but then knocked it on. Free game possession. So a scrum down midway inside the Wigan half of the field. Steve Peters will put the ball in for Warrington. And it goes, Warrington in possession. Peters brings in Johnson. Johnson drives forward, stopped by Hampson. Mike Gregory onto Peters. He leaves it for Rathbone. Rathbone gets up, moves forward, slips, and is finally caught. Warrington lose the ground. Peters onto Kelly. Kelly straightens up, looking for a gap. Good little run from Ken Kelly. Should be 6 more tackles. The referee doesn't signal anything. Goes on to Boyd. Boyd drives forward now onto Mike Gregory. Gregory onto Johnson. Johnson drives forward. Back to Cullen. The ball's dropped. Has Cullen regained possession? No, the linesman's on. A Warrington player collapsed off the ball. He's just to see who it was. I didn't see the incident myself, so I can't comment on it. And it looks like Dean Bell and Graham West after the collapsing of Mike Gregory. Referee points to the tunnel saying next time you'll be off. But Warrington have a penalty. And Joe Repartee looks like it will try for goal. No doubt the main thing will be to get the ball dead It was like Wigan would have to drop out if Joe Party missed. So, Joe Party. Party then looks at the ball, steadies himself, comes up, strikes it well, but just goes wide, and Wigan are in possession. Mark Foster, good run for him, good weight. He stopped over on that far side. Bells it to Wigan. And Lydon puts the ball safely into touch. Still this game poised on a knife edge, could go either way. Goes on this time to Case, Case drives forward. Martin half back for Wigan, on to Edwards, Edwards up for a gap himself, moves forward. Well tackled by Steve Peters, and the linesman's on that far side. Mr. Brown from Manchester has a word with the referee and tells Sean Edwards to play the ball. Interesting there as Brian Case charges forward. Good run here from Case. Good tackle from Gary Sanderson. Martin Dermott then for Wigan. Sends it on to Sean Edwards. Edwards, long pass on to Hanley. Hanley gets the ball away. But Warrington quickly up on that far side to bring, looks like Joe Lydon down. Dean Bell. Warrington then defending well. Six tackle for Wigan. Sean Edwards. Edwards gets the ball away to Lydon. Lydon back inside to Edwards. Edwards. Dermott, and Dermott swings the ball back to Case. Case gets the ball back, and finally it's kicked downfield. Brian Johnson takes it safely, and Johnson moves forward, beats two men, gets the ball away to Foster. Foster now, and he's finally caught and pushed back inside his own 25. Gary Sanderson charging forward, good little run there from Sanderson, clears his lines well. On to Ken Kelly. Kelly, Rapati driving forward. Good run from Joe Rapati. Alan Rathbone goes himself on the play of the wall, charges forward. Good little run from Rathbone. Wigan line on the tackle. Finally comes and then they let him go. Plays it quickly, gives it on to Kelly. Kelly to Jackson. Jackson to Rapati. Ball goes loose and Wigan back in possession. Henderson Gill goes himself. Good tackle from Gary Sanderson. Goes on to Case. Case switches it on to West. West driving forward. Good drive forward there by the Wigan captain Graham West. Edwards to Hanley. Hanley around with Edwards, brings in Bell. Bell's well tackled. Wigan then on the attack, midway inside the Warrington half of the field. Goes on to Edwards. Edwards brings in Goodway, looking to go through himself. Is well stopped by Boyd and Rapati and dumped to the floor. Six tackle then for Wigan. Goes on to Edwards. Edwards swings a pass out, as well taken by Lydon. Lydon swings it back inside to Stevenson. Stevenson gets the ball back. A high lofted kick. Must be a lot of players offside there as Johnson goes up for it. And Wigan in possession. Throws the ball back. Hanley. Wigan lose possession. Thrown out to Hampson. Hampson now throws the ball out to Goodway. Goodway. Charging for his Bell. Bell still going. Throws the ball back to West. West is still going. And he's finally stopped, and that's six tackles and a turnover. Warrington under pressure. Mike Gregory makes a couple of yards before he stopped. Jackson. Rathbone charges forward. Kelly looks for a gap himself, Lily finds it and stopped and pushed back. Warrington struggling at the moment to get out of their own 25. Goes back to Johnson, and Johnson kicks downfield to relieve the pressure. Hampson takes it safely, and Hampson now moves forward. Good tackle from Paul Cullen. It's Wigan's turn now to launch attacks. It's on to Henderson Gill. Gill got across field. Finally straightens up and he's stopped by Sanderson and Roberts. Switch back to Potter. Potter drives forward. Stopped by Rathbone. And Wigan now mounting the pressure. Goes on to Edwards. Edwards. A nice pass onto Lydon. Throws the ball away to Stevenson. Stevenson's well tackled on that far side by Foster and Rapati. Hanley throws the ball across the line to Case. Case straightens up, turns back to West. West gets the ball away once more. Six tackle for Wigan just outside the Warrington 25. Goes on to Edwards. Edwards, a little kick across field. It's a pressure one. The ball goes loose. Bounce about awkwardly. Edwards, a long pass. Bell moving forward, he's still going. Stops and six more tackles for Wigan. Warrington now being asked to defend. Goodway tried to drive over, stopped inches short. Edwards, switch on to West. West drives forward, throws the ball back. He's going across the line now. Bell gets the ball away to Edwards. Edwards looking to go over. Good tackle from Steve Peters. Try saving tackle there from Peters. That was almost a try. It looks like a try saving tackle. It's Gill. Gill, the gap is over. Henderson Gill scores. It had to come. His second of the afternoon. Warrington will be asked to come back from behind a second time as Gill puts over his second try. So Gill then to try and convert his own try. He comes up and it hits the post. 8-4 to Wigan. So halfway through this second half, Wigan take the lead for a second time. 8-4 at Henderson Gill, his second try. Warrington restart with Kelly. A long kick. Well taken by Ian Potter. Potter moves forward over on that far side. Wigan then in possession just outside their own 25. Martin Dermott is an acting halfback. Sends it on to Case. Case drives in. Edwards, a little kick through, it's a good one, chase for the ball, it comes to Cullen. Cullen now looking to hand off his man and he can't do it, and he's pushed back. Penalty to Warrington, Cullen not being allowed to play the ball. Bob Jackson then to put for touch and puts it safely in over on that far side. Can Warrington reply immediately? Rathbone will drive forward, drives in. Good driving run from Alan Rathbone. Warrington then just outside the Wigan 25. Goes on to Kelly. Boyd, run around with Kelly. Brings in Mike Gregory. Gregory straightens up and turns back to Kelly. Kelly now moves forward. Caught by Sean Edwards. Peters to Rathbone. Rathbone looks to go himself, drives forward, gets the ball away, goes loose, picked up by Warrington. Over on that far side, Mark Foster. Foster drives forward, he's still going. Good little run from Foster. Warrington's still on the attack. Boyd will drive forward, beats one man, throws the ball back to Foster, onto Kelly. Kelly looks to straighten up, wants a high tackle. Still Warrington press. Peters sends it left for a party driving forward. 6 tackle then for Warrington. Goes across, a kick from Kelly, it's a chase, and safely taken. And tap from the 25 for Wigan. Edwards will take it, he'll hand it on to Gill, and Gill is still going. Finally stopped, good tackle from Jackson. And a penalty, unbelievable decision. Stamping on Henderson Gill by Alan Rathbone. Wigan tap it, Brian Case moving forward. He's dumped to the floor. Switches it back to Graham West, West driving forward. Good tackle from Mark Robertson, Paul Cullen. Goes right this time, Potter looking to drive through. He's stopped by Robertson, Sanderson, and a knock on from Ian Potter, results in a scrum down. Peters puts the ball in and we're going to be in possession. Edwards, Hampson, onto Hanley. Hanley now moves forward, brings in Lydon. Lydon now still going. Finally stopped by Rathbone and Sanderson. But it may have been wiser to go straight and across field, as it's Goodway now moving forward. He's still going, gets the ball away. Chance now here, it's a long pass, who goes into touch, luckily for Warrington. Peters to put the ball in and it goes. Warrington in possession. Looks as if Sean Edwards there but just lost it. And offside against Warrington. Ken Kelly takes it quickly and moves forward. Still going. Wigan player must have been offside there as the crowd shout. Referee says play on. Alan Rathbone driving forward. Makes about 10 yards before he stops. Steve Peters gives the dummy, straightens up, and he's caught as he looks to get the ball away. Ken Kelly on to Johnson. Johnson, a little kick through, it's intercepted. This could be it, it's away. A try for Wigan. Interception try. Andy Goodway, the scorer, and that could seal the trophy for Wigan. Andy Goodway's interception try could seal it for Wigan. And the goal from Gill. To make a substitution, Steve Peters leaves the field to be replaced by Ronnie Dwayne. Warrington to restart with Ken Kelly, a high lofted kick. Safely taken by Ian Roberts, and Roberts storming forward. But Wigan have got the tails up at the moment. Martin Dermott onto Edwards. Edwards swinging it across the line now. Wigan, Hanley. Hanley brings in Goodway. Goodway. The ball goes loose. Obstruction, yes, the referee saw it. Warrington have a penalty. Patzall is not lost yet for Warrington. Bob Jackson then to put the ball into touch for Warrington. And it goes for Warrington just inside the Wigan 25 with the tap. Meadows takes it himself and moves forward, head down. This time it's Brian Johnson onto Rathbone, but he's stopped by Case. Johnson to Jackson, Jackson turns to drive forward, he's stopped by Potter. Johnson switches it, finally comes to Rapati driving through. He was stopped though by Weston Roberts. Warrington there about 15 yards from the Wigan line. Gary Sanderson onto Kelly. Kelly looks to go himself, turns, couldn't get the ball away. Sixth tackle for Warrington. Sanderson going across for Mike Gregory. Gregory switches it back to Roberts. Roberts kicks it himself, follows it. No trouble this one for Hampson. Wigan will be eager to get on with things. Edwards takes it, gives it to Gill. Gill moves forward. Good tackle again from Sanderson. And the tackle finished off by Boyd. Dermott gives it to Case. Case drives forward. Dermott gives it on to Roberts. Roberts drives forward. He's stopped in midfield. Hanley switches it back to Bell. Good tackle from Gary Sanderson. Edwards kicks downfield. Brian Johnson goes for it and will stop it as it bounces infield. Johnson picks it up, looks to go himself, and he's stopped on that far side by Hanley. Mark Foster gives it on to Dwayne. Dwayne drives in. Kelly swings it on to Jackson. Jackson looking for a gap. Kelly moving forward onto Mike Gregory. Gets the ball away, but Wigan are quickly up. Mark Roberts onto Kelly. Kelly looking for a gap himself, but he's stopped in midfield. Sixth tackle for Warrington. Goes back to Roberts. Roberts, a high lofted kick. Safely taken by Stevenson, and Stevenson drives forward and he's nearly away. Good run from Stevenson, makes it to the halfway line. Edwards has time to stop it with his foot and hands it on to Hampson. Hampson, little sidestep, finally stopped by Mark Roberts. From the play the ball, Martin Dermott throws the ball down. And Warrington are in possession. Gary Sanderson, and the ball is taken by Edwards. Ian Roberts charging forward. And a nice break here from Goodways away, just caught by the legs. A saving tackle from Gary Sanderson again. Hanley's moving forward, stopped on the Warrington 25. And it's Wigan at the moment now. They're beginning to apply the pressure. Edwards, run around move. Brings in West. West throws the ball back. Ball still loose. Finally picked up by Henderson Gill. Henderson Gill now still going. Finally caught by Cullen. Gets the ball away. Hampson driving down the middle. Back to Edwards. Edwards now moving forward. And we've got a fight. Mike Gregory and Henderson Gill. I've got an injury to a Wigan player. Martin Dermott to take this one then for Wigan. Sends it on to Hanley. Hanley fumbles it. Ryan Case. Case drives in. Sixth tackle then for Wigan. Goes on to Sean Edwards. Edwards a kick, a high lofted one. Hangs in the air. And Warrington are in possession. Alan Rathbone on to Boyd. Boyd now driving forward. Boyd gives it to Cullen. Cullen back inside comes Meadows. Nice little move there from Warrington. Cullen to Boyd. Boyd out to Kelly. Mike Gregory's going across the line to Roberts. Roberts brings in the party. Knocks off one man. Straightens up. He's still going. Gets the ball back to Mike Gregory. Gregory drives forward. Drives in hard. 14-4 the score in favour of Wigan. Trying a goal could bring Warrington right back. A long pass to Roberts. Roberts driving forward himself. Gets the ball away. Here's the hand of the Wigan player. 6 more tackles as Jackson picks it up for Warrington. Kelly brings in Rathbone driving forward. He stopped on the 25. A fist right in front of the referee there. Referee didn't do anything. Bit too late now as he runs up. Ken Kelly, long slotted pass to Mike Gregory. Gregory moves forward, looks to keep hold of the ball. Ken Kelly once more, back to Cullen, brings in Sanderson, back to Cullen once more. Boyd's looking to straighten off, knocks off one man, gives it to Johnson. Johnson now moves forward, switches back to Meadows. Meadows looks for a gap, just caught by number 4, Dean Bell. Brian Johnson onto Ken Kelly. Kelly, Rathbone brings in Roberts. Roberts was a mark man. 6th tackle then for Warrington. Goes back to Boyd. Boyd, nice side step back to Rapati. Rapati looks for support and there's no one there. And that's 6 tackles and a turnover. And Wigan regain possession. Andy Goodway. Graham West drives in. West still going. Finally stopped. Sean Edwards brings in Bell. Bell looking for a gap. And Wigan now begin to throw the ball about. Goes on to Edwards. Edwards to Hanley. Hanley looking for a gap himself. Driving forward. Good tackle. And a knock on, says the referee. And a scrum down. So the scrum reforms. Ken Kelly now moves to scrum half. The party to stand off. Dwayne into the centre. Ball goes in. Kelly has it. Goes by side. Moves forward. gets on to Dwayne, he took it one-handedly, he's still moving forward. Get the ball away to Foster, but Foster was on and caught. Mike Gregory to Rathbone, and the ball goes to ground once more. Ian Potter drives in. Case this time drives in, turns and gets the ball away to West. West throws the ball down. Edwards to Goodway stops. Still gets the ball away to Hanley. Hanley onto Edwards. Nice play. It's a poor pass. Meadows picks it up. Moves forward, but there's a man on him straight away. Dean Bell it was. Cullen to Jackson. Jackson, he'll try and drive in. Ken Kelly is a knock on from him. Difficult pass as the ball went through somebody's legs. Ball goes in, come out to Warrington, Ken Kelly. There's 21,000. The attendance given. Have Warrington still got anything left? Joe Rapata gives it on to Dwayne. Dwayne moves back inside, but he's caught and brought down. And they've lost the ball. Hanley moves forward. It looks like Wigan now will join Warrington as 3 times winners of the John Play Special Trophy. Graham West tries to drive through. Wigan now, time's on their side. Sean Edwards onto Graham West. West still driving forward. Nice break there from Goodway. The ball goes loose. Hit back and offside surely against Hanley. Warrington plays appeal. The referee says no, shakes his head, and a while to scrum down. And the referee wants to scrum about 10 yards back. Ball goes in, Kelly goes for it, moves away himself. Cullen. Mike Gregory. But Gregory can't get a gap into the Wigan defence. 5 minutes remain. Ken Kelly. Long pass on to Roberts. Roberts tries to straighten up and drops the ball. Now Wigan are back in possession. Potter to Roberts. Roberts goes himself, gets the ball away. Good tackle from Paul Cullen. Referee not stopping the clock. He does now. Andy Goodway given today's John Play Special Trophy Man of the Match, for which he gets £200 and inscribed silver glass decanter. Wigan then on to Case. Case drives in, brought down by Alan Rathbone. Goes right with Edwards. Edwards onto Hanley. Hanley switches it, dummies, looks to go himself. and gets away from tackles. He's still going. Will anybody stop him? Gets the ball away to Gill. Gill throws the ball back. It must be a try, must it, for Hampton? He's not throws it to his own man and stopped inches short. Don't know how Warrington have pinched the ball somehow. Miraculously, Brian Johnson tries to bring the ball away. I think it may be a little bit too late now for Warrington. About 3 minutes left. Rathbone drives forward. Kelly onto Boyd. Boyd tries to drive forward himself. Goes back to Johnson. Johnson kicks downfield. Hampson takes it safely and gives it to David Stevenson. And Stevenson moves forward, tries to go through himself. Good tackle from Paul Cullen once more, assisted by Kevin Meadows. Gill, run around move. Gill gets it back, looking for his hat-trick. He's away. He's moving forward. Will anyone stop him? He's still going. He's just caught by Dwayne. He got the ball away to Hanley, and Hanley's caught. But Wigan now throwing the ball about, and when that happens, gaps are bound to appear and breaks are bound to happen, and that one from Gill happened. Edwards switches it right, charging forward. Goodway gets the ball back. Chance now here. Dean Bell just stopped 5 yards from the Warrington line. Edwards, Hanley driving for the post. He's still going, being pushed away. The ball goes loose, still goes loose. Wigan picking up Edwards. Potter gets the ball away. And try for Bell. Dean Bell scores to seal it for Wigan. Dean Bell scores the fourth try for Wigan. That we'll surely see them now, without any question, lift the John Player trophy. David Stevenson. Just goes wide. And there goes the final boot-up. Wigan win the John Player Special Trophy here at Burnham Park in Bolton by 18 points to 4. Tries coming from Dean Bell in that last minute. 2 from Henderson Gill, 1 from Andy Goodway. 1 goal from Henderson Gill. Warrington there, points going from Mark Bostock. So it'll be Graham West who will lift the John Player Special Trophy for Wigan. go up. Lift the John Player Special Trophy, which will go into the hands of Graham West. Here he sees the trophy from sponsors. John Player goes into the air, and Wigan win it for 2 years in succession. Put their name on it for the third time, along with Warrington. The rest of the team go up. So Wigan celebrate. Stay today here at Burnham Park. Have lifted the John Player Special Trophy, beating Warrington by 18 points.